Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Etrian Odyssey 4 Legends of the Titan. And today, I think we've wasted enough time. It's time we went inside the Misty Ravine. Second Maze, Misty Ravine. B1F, Forgotten Song of Yearning. And welcome to the second dungeon of the game, the Misty Ravine. As you disembark from the skyship, you step into a new maze. This one is in a misty forest, whose tall trees grow in clusters. You begin walking through the misty labyrinth, appreciating its tranquil atmosphere. But before we appreciate this labyrinth's tranquil atmosphere, there's a geomagnetic pull from here, right here, so let's use it. And yay, we're back in town, and we can go to the Misty Ravine whenever we so please. Anyway, we go in here, and this is when the Misty Ravine gets even mistier. I'll be going into this labyrinth gimmick a bit soon, but it's kind of neat. You'll see. Also, that is a loop, and also that is a giant loop. Also, that is a small loop over there, and you shouldn't really bother too much with it for now. Anyway, new enemy, the Petaloid. They are very, very annoying. You shouldn't really bother too much with them until they're the last enemy on the map, because they won't do too much, because they'll only target one ally unless you attack them first, and then they'll start attacking everyone in the party, and it's a pain in the ass. And they can also inflict a sleep status on you. It's annoying. See? And they can also do that. We're screwed. Should we escape? I think we should probably escape. Can we escape, please? And I'm the only one left. Run! Yes! Yes! Oh, god damn it. Oh. Don't get into a random encounter. 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 Don't. Yes. Time to waste all my money reviving my dead party members. That was a nightmare. Wait, did I allocate my skill points? It looks like I did, so yeah, let's just go into the labyrinth. Misty Ravine. Saving our game, saving our game, saving our game, saving our game. Okay, now we're going into the Misty Ravine. Now we're going to take a different path over there, and... Oh, down here. Oh, hello, Firebulb. And yeah, new enemy, the Firebulb. They aren't too terribly dangerous as long as you kill them quick. Which it doesn't look like we're gonna do. Oh, Gavin's almost dead. Dylan, heal. Por favor. Yeah, Run. Oh. So what a warm welcome to the second area of the game, huh? What a warm welcome, right? Welcome to Etrian Odyssey, folks. This series will kick your ass. Luckily, the game allows you to save your map and exploration data. And I got into random encounter in the exact same place as last time, and with the exact same enemies as last time. Hopefully I don't get my teeth kicked in again. Maybe we should actually, actually prepare. Nice, nice. Power break. Strike guard. Attack tango. You know what? Maybe use healing on Gavin. Lock on. Oh, now I get to show you this mechanic. Basically, you can only have 3 buffs on you at one time. When you use a 4th buff, the first buff you use goes away. In other words, my region waltz is kaput. That's bad. But otherwise we're fine, so... yeah. Steel arrow. Oh. Anyway, if you manage to defeat them before they explode, after they greatly expand, they'll deal immense damage to the enemies instead of you. That's nice. See what good comes of being prepared? Always be prepared. Anyways, there's a chop point here. Mahogany. And jet black pith. Anyway, another random encounter. What do we have? Oh, hello, I know you. Fire. See? Weak to fire. God. Okay, good. How about refresh waltz? That would be nice, right? Oh, flank shot. Flank shot would be amazing. Lily did pretty much exactly what I wanted her to do. Nice. Wait, which one has the most HP? This one. Boom. Nice. Anyway, we gotta go this way to progress the plot of the game. Anyway, Vanguard, Taunt, Region Waltz. Actually, Attack Tango, Steady Hands, and Spotter. And of course, healing and lock on. Oh God, I think we're screwed. But that could be just me. And Holy Smite. Holy Smite recovers HP. Very, very useful. And Heavy Strike. Steel Arrow. Yes! Anyway, this room, kind of dangerous. You must take every precaution available not to get into a random encounter in this area. Because if you do, those FOEs will notice you're there and go towards you. That's bad. As you walk through the dense forest, you stop momentarily. Is that singing you hear from the south? At first, it seems to be a trick of the wind, but you listen closer and know that you are not hearing things. Could it be another party of explorers up ahead? What awaits you there? Anyway, let's do this. You reach an open clearing without any trees. A woman is here with her back to you. You cannot see her face. Small, firefly-like lights float silently around her. It is she who sings the song that drew you here. The tune she hums, oblivious to your presence, is wordless. You are unsure of what to do now that you have found her, although addressing her is always an option. Talk to her? Seem! When you call to her from behind, she flinches and spins to face you. The lights floating around her abruptly dissipate. Huh? The woman, or perhaps girl would be more appropriate, stares at you with widened eyes. Her mouth opens and closes, but she seems unable to find the right words to express her shock. In an attempt to break the ice, you address her, but it seems to frighten her and she takes a step back. Suddenly, as if reacting to her movement, something darts out from the nearby brush. Its unearthly form looks like a shadow in the shape of a woman. Seeing it, the girl gasps. What is a hollow doing here? Back! Stay back! But the shadow ignores the girl and draws ever closer. You unsheath your weapons to confront the enemy. So yeah, we got some new enemies. Hollow Rambler and Hollow Exile. These things are pretty dangerous because they dodge quite often. To keep them from doing so, you have to either increase the party's hit rate or bind the enemy's legs, which luckily our sniper can do. Nice. I told you this before, but if your legs are bound, you can't dodge at all or run away. Same goes for the enemies. Steel arrow. They also don't have that much hit. They also don't have that much HP. So it's also, so that's good. Now we defeated the Hollow Rambler. Now to defeat the Hollow Exile. Also, our legs have been bound too. Although it's not like we could have done anything anyway. Leg snipe. And the Hollow Exile has even less HP, which is always good. And nice. After managing to slay the unfamiliar enemy, you turn toward the young girl. She had been struck dumb during the battle, but now that it is over, she hastily bows to you.
I thank you for saving me. I hope that none of you were hurt.
You tell the girl you are no worse for wear, and she smiles with relief.
I am glad to hear it. Well done. Not to be rude, but are you humans as well?
The girl asks with restrained curiosity.
I regret cringing to see you, but Yggdrasil spoke truly. I was told that if I waited here, humans would come.
She seems too excited to realize the import of her own words. She made reference to Yggdrasil speaking. What could this mean?
I'm known as a medium in town. And what are you called?
Your party introduces themselves to the girl, each in turn. The girl's wariness has subsided, and her eyes are bright as she questions you. She seems to be opening up. But the conversation comes to a crashing halt as a woman rushes in from the south, staff in hand. You! Get away from the medium! You recognize the woman. She is the one who called herself Wufan, who saved you in the Miasma Forest. It appears my faith in humanity that led me to save you was a mistake. To think that you would come here. And you dare address the medium. This is a disgrace. I shall banish you from this place myself. She seems ready and eager to attack, but the girl quickly steps in between you and the angry woman.
Wufan, wait! These people! Guild BATG saved me from the hollows. And look, they're just like me. They're human too. How splendid. I want to talk to them some more. Can't I, please?
Wufan knits her brow and tries to dissuade the girl, but eventually sighs at her stubbornness. If you must, but please continue your conversation inside the town walls. There is no precedent for hollows appearing in such a shallow stratum, but we must be vigilant. You assume that the shadowy creatures you fought a moment ago were these hollows. Wufan turns towards you. I trust you overheard. We will wait for you in Vessel Town, which stands just down this path. What the medium wants, she gets. I will prepare a reward for you. The path is winding, so don't go astray. Wufan sternly takes the medium's hand and turns her back to you as she begins walking away.
Ow! Hey! What's gotten into you? I'm sorry, everyone. Wufan usually isn't like this. I have to go with her. We will be at Vessel Town, so please be sure to visit. I shall be waiting.
With that, Wufan drags the girl away. Is there indeed a town this deep in the labyrinth? If so, it could be a very important discovery. So yeah, we gotta go to Vessel Town. And now is the time I get to show you about this dungeon's neat mechanic. Take a look at this. Did you see how my position went through there and came out up there? Basically, this place is like an infinite maze, so to speak. You sense some presence nearby and stop for a moment. You turn to see a firefly-like light floating to the east. The light capers and gambols, leaving trails of light behind it. Eventually, they disappear without a sound. What was it? You decide to continue your search. So, interesting thing about this straightaway right here. It could technically go forever. You sense some presence nearby and stop for a moment. Looking around, you notice a familiar firefly-like light floating in midair to the north. The light bobs and dances, then disappears without a sound. It looked as if it was showing you which path to take. You decide to resume your search. Anyway, right here is a shortcut. It leads to basically the beginning of the dungeon. Very useful shortcut. And here's hoping I can get into a random encounter. Here's hoping I can get to Vessel Town without getting into a random encounter. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! After opening the door, you are met with tall wooden structures. You would never have guessed when viewing the area from above that these were here. They must be well hidden. Could this be the Vessel Town that the medium spoke of? Humans, what business do you have in our town? The man standing by the gate raises his voice in alarm. You note that his arms and hands are abnormally thin. He must be a vessel himself. With astonishing speed, he reaches for the quiver on his back. Fortunately for all, a small figure rushes in to stop him. It is the girl you met in the forest.
Hold! Do not hurt them!
She intervenes between the vessel on guard and your party.
Did Wufan not mention it? These are the ones who saved me in the forest. They are my guests. I'm sorry. Did you run into any difficulties on your way? I am happy to see you. We have a meal prepared.
The girl takes your hand and leads you further into town. The vessel soldier lowers his ready bow, but he seems unconvinced. You see scarcely anyone else on the open roads. Could they all be in hiding? The ones you do see from time to time are all vessels. There is not one other human in the whole town. The vessels glare at you coldly. Some speak to each other in hushed whispers. When you look uneasily at the medium, her eyes are downcast with shame.
I think they are only surprised to see you. Come, sit.
She smiles at you, but it does not reach her eyes. The girl retrieves a bowl filled with fruit and seeds and offers it to you to eat.
How'd you come here? What sorts of things do you do normally? And what kind of food do you prefer?
The questions come one after another, in a cheerful barrage. But you wonder if the ingenue act is deliberate. You interrupt to ask if there are any other humans here.
No, I am the only one, she says. I have no mother or father. Until today, I thought I was unique. I heard that the rest of humanity disappeared long ago. But it seems there are things Wufan doesn't know. Are the others like us? How many humans would you say there are where you come from?
You hesitate before answering. You want to give her the truth, but are not sure how she would react. Tell her truthfully? Well, honesty is the best policy. You tell the medium about Tharsis and the many other cities in the world far beyond it. She's shocked to hear of an entire world she has never seen. Her eyes go soft as she loses herself in reverie. It is the first time you can recall her youth showing since you arrived in this town.
That's amazing. You've come so far to get here. I wish I could see the places you've been.
Her words are off the cuff and genuine, but a cold voice spoils her delight. Medium, you must not listen to what these humans tell you. The vessel called Wufan approaches. You are not sure how long she had been listening. Humans, I take it that you know nothing of what happened in these lands long ago. Since I doubt you will return empty-handed, I will tell of the legend, and then you will leave at once. The medium starts to protest, but Wufan pays her no heed and quietly tells the tale. Once, it seems, many humans lived at the foot of Yggdrasil, and created other races to take care of it. The vessels were among these. For a time, there was peace. and all lived under the blessings of Yggdrasil. But then, one day, a titan as tall as the heavens came and hid Yggdrasil. Its blessings were lost, along with many lives. The humans fled in terror of the titan, but the vessels worked together to slay the monster. And thus did Yggdrasil return to the world. The vessels worship it and live in its lands to this day. The medium is human, but she is not like the cowards who fled from the titan, sneers Wufan. She is the one true human with oracular powers. She alone could hear Yggdrasil's voice. Yggdrasil speaks through the medium to this day to direct we vessels. She is human, but nothing like you. I thank you for protecting her. We cannot forgive your ancestors for turning their backs on the Titan. Here is your reward. As you are skilled in combat, you may find it useful, but never return here. With that, Wufan hands you an old book. And we got another burst skill. Flame Wall. Just then, she draws near and whispers into your ear. Why did the medium choose you to open up to? You'll not take her from here. She's happier with us. The burning hatred in her eyes is unmistakable. Wufan is with you every step of the way out of town.
Why would you treat them so horribly? I am human too. They are no different than me.
The medium's protests against your shabby treatment can be heard even outside the town. Your investigation of the Misty Ravine has taken an unexpected turn. Regardless of the vessel's animosity, you cannot stay silent about what you have seen and heard today. Once you return to Tharsis, the Outland Count must know about this at once. And, luckily, we have Ariadne threads, so we can go back to town. You return from exploring the Misty Ravine. Your discovery of the vessel town is too important to keep to yourself. What they know of Yggdrasil cannot be taken lightly. You will have to report your findings to the Count. As you stand in the square and contemplate your next course of action, an explorer approaches you. It's been a while, hasn't it? But we're both still standing, which is always good. You nod a greeting to Whirlwind. I heard a rumor that you found something amazing. What did you see out there? Tell him of what happened? Whirlwind, I just want you to know I'm still watching you. Vessels, the medium, and Yggdrasil, huh? So that's the way they heard the story of Yggdrasil. You're momentarily taken aback to see Whirlwind's usually cheerful face lose its warmth and turn to an icy stare. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to get all serious on you there. Here, take this, with my compliments. He pushes a bottle of medicine into your hands. We got a Medica too! Obviously, heals a lot more than a normal Medica. That reminds me, there's this cave I don't know if you've seen yet. It's called the Moth's Garden. I heard there was lots of rare plant monsters there, so I went to go look. And now I know why that is. Any weaker plant-eating animals there get gobbled up by the dino gator that roams around. That dino gator didn't make it easy to get inside the place, but you should go for it. It's pretty interesting. I know you got things going on, but if you don't get yourself a little stronger, I think you'll regret it. Okay, see ya. He gives you an even simpler farewell than usual and leaves the square. First of all, we have to rest up and save. And I completely forgot to save. There, we saved. And now, I'm going to call it for the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.